Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be building the best team possible for less than 1 million MT here in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. And honestly, 1 million MT is a lot at this point in the year. You can get a lot of top tier cards and build yourself a heck of a team. But before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 10,000 subscriber mark on the channel. We're about 100 subscribers away. We'd love to hit that mark within the next couple days, and I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Starting PG, we're going with, in my opinion, the best point guard in the game, Galaxy Opal Magic Johnson. You could make an argument that LaMelo or Oscar or Ben Simmons are the best point guard in the game. For me personally, I like Magic the most because he's 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan, hot spots on 3 out of 5 spots outside the 3. I know he's not the elite shooter or has the elite release that some of these other guys have, especially LaMelo and kind of Oscar, but he's a great playmaker, a really good defender with great size, super solid defensive stats, a very good finisher as well, very fast, has elite sigs, and then obviously the size is super valuable. Quick drops off 2 is awesome. Lillard behind the back is better on him than anybody else in the game, and the release is not terrible, it's just slow, but normal leaner as well. He can hit wide open, that's about all he has to do in terms of shooting the ball, but he's an elite slasher with really good movement, obviously that Francis size up, in addition to the Lillard behind the back like I mentioned. Incredible dunk animations, great defender. I think he's, in my opinion, the best point guard in the game, and he's 220,000 MT, which of course is very expensive, but we can afford it in this team. Vince Carter's going to come in at the 2. I think VC is a top tier card. I really do. I mean, he's an absolute beast. Like, I think he's like the 3rd or 4th best shooting guard in the game. In my opinion, I'd probably say 3rd. 6'6" with 6'9" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere. 15 hops include bully, fast twitch, limitless takeoff, posterizer, agent 3, catch and shoot, limitless range, clamp breaker, quick first step, anchor, glove. Just a ton of great buff badges on him. Again, every badge is upgradable, so that's nice. Defensively, he's elite. He's very fast. He's a really good shooter, and obviously going to be one of the best dunkers in the game. Kuzma base is incredible on him. The Pro 2 leaner isn't as good as normal, but it's honestly still very good. MJ dribble style, De'Aaron Fox size of John Wall escape is all very good. Trey behind the back isn't great, but he's got front clutches. He is an incredible card. One of my favorite ball handlers in the game, has an incredible release, obviously an elite slasher, and a very good defender. And I think for 160K, he's a perfect price for this team. At the 3, we're going with Rudy Gay. I think Rudy is, I mean, he's a beast. He's really good all the way around, this Rudy card. He's 6'8" with a 7'3" wingspan, so he's got the size and length to compete at the 3. Hotspots from basically everywhere. 16 hops include a bunch of great slashing badges. He's a very good shooter. Playmaking badges are super good as well. And then defensively has every gold badge you need. Hoff clamps, decent defensive stats. Obviously has a very good player build. 93 speed and excel. 97 driving dunk. 92 shot 3. A top tier release, which is Rudy Gay based on quick. Does a pro leaner? I don't love this pro leaner as much as I do normal leaner or even like a pro 2, but it's not horrible, I guess. You can still green it. MJ dribble style, but Jimmy size up isn't great, but it's not bad. Kobe escape is good. Pippen behind the back is kind of mid. Dunk animations are not like insane on him, but he does trigger a lot of dunks. He is still an elite slasher, and he's an absolute dog. Like, he's got one of the best releases in the game, one of the best player builds in the game. Looks a lot bigger than 6'8". I think he's an absolute beast. Can create his own shot as well, and he's only about 40,000 MT, which is honestly a great value for a card as good as Rudy. At the 4, we got John Isaac. I think John Isaac is another really good card. Like, I think he can hold it down at a very high level, pretty much regardless of who he's playing against at the 4. I mean, he is 6'11", so he's got the size to compete against pretty much any card at that position in my team. I mean, he might struggle a little bit against like a KP at the 4, but outside of that, he's pretty much good. Hotspots from everywhere outside the 3 except for the top of the key. Catch and shoot, claymore, corner specialist, clamp breaker, quick first step. And this is why he's so good defensively. His defensive hops are insane. His defensive stats are also insane. 95 plus on everything that matters. 93 speed and excel, 90 shot 3, 95 driving dunk. Really good finisher. Very good shooter. Has good gold limitless. Every badge is upgradable again. He's a decent playmaker with some semi-good sigs. A very good release. John Isaac release on very quick is absolutely chicken. Normal leaner is great, and overall, I mean, he's just an absolute beast. I'm a big fan of Jonathan Isaac as a card. I think he is really top tier, and for about what, 65-ish thousand MT, I think he's the perfect option at the 4 for this team. At the 5, I don't think this one is any surprise. We're gonna go with Dino Raja. Dino's again an absolute stud. Like, he is technically a little undersized at the 5 at 6'11", and yes, he may struggle against a Yao or even against a couple of other guys at that position. But the thing that I really like about Dino, to be completely honest, is the fact that he has this 7'11" wingspan. It makes him so long and so good on the defensive end of the court. Hotspots from both corners. He's a very good slasher, bully, fast twitch, posterizer, gold, limitless takeoff. Can get every shooting badge, so you can add a limitless range and Agent 3. Playmaking badges if you want, glove, pick dodger, Hoff anchor, post lockdown, rebound chaser, client breaker, quick first step, great interior defender. That length again is super valuable in terms of rebounding and protecting the rim. He's fast for a center, he's a good shooter, and he's a great dunker. Has a release that I like a lot. Donovan Mitchell base, Jared Vanderbilt upper, which is a great upper on quick. Normal leaner, MJ dribble style, Francis size up, Kobe escape, Lillard behind the back. I mean, he's an absolute stud. There's no doubt about that at all. Definitely think he's a top tier card. Has front clutches as well. And I think he's the best budget center that you can buy right now, considering he's only about 35,000 MT, which is honestly really, really cheap. Backup PG is going to be our most expensive player off the bench. It's going to be Big Ben Simmons. Some people think Ben is the best point guard in the game. He's definitely the best defensive PG in the game at 6'11". Obviously not the greatest shooter in the world. No shooting badges on the base card. Can't get limitless range or Agent 3, but every other single badge in the game is at least on gold on this card outside of shooting badges. Ton of elite Hoff badges as well. Super fast for a guy who's his size. He's a great defender. The best defensive PG in the game between size and badges, as well as stats. 95 driving dunk. I mean, he's an absolute demon. He's got the Ben release on quick, which is great. Normal leaner, MJ dribble style, Kobe escape. Ben size up isn't bad either. He's got front clutches. Like, he's honestly a dog. This card is really, really good. Very, very high on what he can do. And definitely think he deserves a spot on this team. Like, no doubt about that in my mind. I think Ben, he's 170K, which admittedly is pretty expensive, but he can green wide open on from 3. And that's about all he needs to do, because he's going to be so good as a slasher, a defender, and a playmaker. So he is our backup PG, again, for 170,000 MT. Now, Scottie Pippen's going to be backup shooting guard. Gives you a lot of defense coming off the bench with Scottie Pippen, but Scottie can also kind of create his own shot at a pretty high level. Like, I think he's a very, very solid shot creator, and Ben can too. Both of them are not helpless with the ball in their hands by any means, but he's 6'8", so again, he's got elite size, the 2 hot spots from 3 out of 5 spots outside the 3. 15 hops include fast twitch, limitless takeoff, posterizer, catch and shoot, corner specialist, clamp breaker, quick first step, anchor, challenger, clamps, glove, pick dodger, among others. Defensive stats are amazing. He's super fast. He's a great shooter, a great slasher, very, very complete in terms of his badges. Every badge is upgradable. He's got a top tier release, normal leaner, and then very good sigs as well. Steph behind the back, Kobe escape, MJ dribble style, Jamie size up is fine. I mean, he's a really, really good card. I think people are starting to underrate the Scottie Pippen card because he has been out for a while at this point, but he's still a top tier guard, and he's about 110,000 OT, which I honestly think is a great price. We're going to add another ball handler to this team at the backup small forward position. Going to go with MPJ, who again, I think is very, very good for this type of team. Fits in really, really well, considering he's 6'10" with a 7-foot wingspan. Hot spots from everywhere. 16 hops include bully, posterizer, Agent 3, catch and shoot, limitless range. Basically every shooting badge you could want pretty much on Hoff. Clamp breaker, quick first step, bunch of good gold defensive badges. Nothing on Hoff, but he's got good size at 6'10". He's a very capable defender in terms of his stats. He's got 91 speed and excel, 94 shot 3, solid slasher. Overall, front clutches as well. I mean, he's really good. His sigs are great. MJ dribble style, Francis size up, Kemba escape, Lillard behind the back, all elite sigs. MPJ release on very quick is very good, and the normal leaner. So he's going to give you a lot more shot creation than most small forwards in my team right now, as well as the size, slashing, and defense to compete in across the board at that position for only about 30,000 MT. I think he's great because I like the fact that he adds a little bit more shot creation to the bench than most of the other small forward options as well. So at the backup 4, we're going with Nikola Jokic. I think, again, another card who's become a little bit overlooked, to be completely honest, over the past few days with a lot of the new cards they've dropped, but he's still incredible. 6'11" with a 7'3" wingspan. Does not have 3-point hotspots, which is annoying, but it's not that big of a deal. Hoff, bully, catch, corner, Agent 3, limitless range, dimer, anchor, box up east, brick wall, post lockdown. Defensive stats are solid. He's going to hold his own on the interior, especially at the 4 and on the perimeter. Great rebounder, got good speed, really good shooter, solid slasher as well. Has quick drops off 1, really good sigs for a big. A great release. This Eric Pascal base is phenomenal on quick. Does not have normal leaner, which is kind of annoying, but overall, I think Jokic is a demon. He's another card who's about 110,000 MT, just over a buyout, and I think he's the perfect backup power forward. The backup center is going to be Pink Diamond David Robinson. I think a lot of people could probably see that one coming, to be completely honest. I think he's, I mean, again, really good. Like, what can you say other than very, very solid option? 7'1" with a 7'5" wingspan, so he gives you a little bit more size. Bully, masher, post spin, anchor, brick wall, pogo stick, post lockdown, rebound chaser. Gives him a lot of super solid interior badges. He's got a couple good playmaking badges, shooting badges as well. Not every badge is upgradable, so you're not going to get Agent 3 and limitless range and handles for days and challenger, a couple badges like that, but that's fine. He's got good speed for a center, great interior defender, super solid rebounder, good dunker, good shooter, nice release, even on normal. D-Rob's release is super solid for a big. Does not have good sigs, and his dunk animations are kind of meh. He does have front clutches, which is nice, but I don't know. I think D-Rob's a very good backup center still. Kind of a card that is going to be good for a while in terms of budget centers, considering he's only about 45,000 MT. So as a whole, this team costs 985,000 MT to build on the Xbox side right now. And I think this is a team that can compete against any squad in the game. You don't have Tracy McGrady. You don't have Yao. You don't have Kristaps Porzingis. You don't have Dark Matter LaMelo. Like, there's a few cards you don't have, but you have alternatives at pretty much every single position that you can throw in there. And if you want to, you could even throw a guy like Mark Eaton at the end of the bench to give yourself a 7'4" Yao counter if you're getting killed by Yao. He's a guy you could throw there at the end of the bench, still be about under 1 million MTs. So overall, I mean, this team is really good. I definitely think you can compete against the best teams in the game with this type of squad in my team. So hopefully this video does help y'all out. If it does, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.